The morning sun filtered through the tall windows of the downtown Atlanta bank branch, casting sharp shadows across the lobby's marble floors. It was a typical Thursday morning, quiet but steady, as customers filtered in to handle their financial errands. Among them walked a woman dressed sharply in a tailored navy blue suit, her locks pulled back neatly and her demeanor one of calm confidence. Her name was Olivia Moore. At 43, she was the founder and CEO of Moore Tech Solutions, a multi-million-dollar software development firm specializing in AI solutions for healthcare and education. With contracts spanning 5 continents and a reputation as one of the most respected black women in tech, Olivia was no stranger to boardrooms, innovation summits, or high-stakes negotiation tables. What she was not expecting that morning was to be treated like a criminal in a bank where her company held several accounts. Olivia had arrived to resolve a routine business matter, transferring funds between accounts and adding a new signer for an upcoming partnership. She had called ahead to confirm the documents she needed and made an appointment. As she stepped up to the receptionist's desk, she smiled politely and said, "Good morning. I have an appointment with the branch manager, Sandra Williams." The receptionist gave her a quick once-over, barely glancing at her ID. "Do you have an account here?" she asked, tone clipped. "Yes, I do," Olivia responded. "Multiple, actually. Personal and business. Do you have proof of that?" "We don't allow just anyone to speak to the branch manager." Something about the woman's tone made Olivia pause. Still, she kept her cool. "I've already verified everything over the phone. You should see the appointment in your system. Name's Olivia Moore." The receptionist rolled her eyes and picked up the phone, whispering something inaudible. A security guard began to walk slowly toward the front desk. Olivia noticed. Moments later, a man in a grey suit emerged. Not Sandra, the manager she was scheduled to meet. "Can I help you?" he asked, eyeing her as if she had wandered in by mistake. "I'm here to see Sandra Williams regarding Moore Tech Solutions corporate accounts," she said clearly. "We have an appointment at 10 a.m. He frowned. "We can't allow just anyone to access business accounts without proper verification. You'll need to come back with the account holder." "I am the account holder. I'm Olivia Moore, the CEO of Moore Tech. My credentials and IDs are in my portfolio." She held up her sleek leather folder. His tone shifted, but not in the way she expected. "Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. We reserve the right to refuse service. You're causing a disturbance." A disturbance? Olivia hadn't raised her voice, hadn't even frowned. She felt the weight of the moment settle on her like cold steel. She looked around at the other customers, some staring, others avoiding her eyes. She calmly gathered her belongings. "Very well," she said. "I'll make a few phone calls." She stepped outside, pulled out her phone, and called her executive assistant. "Nina," she said, "please, get in touch with our legal counsel and with corporate relations at Bankall. I want a full report on this branch's personnel and performance, and make sure our funds are flagged for transfer. We'll be moving them today." 10 minutes later, Olivia was in her car, laptop open, Wi-Fi hotspot connected. She drafted a short message to the executive vice president of Bankall, whom she had met at a leadership conference just a month ago. She also attached security footage her assistant pulled from the company's internal database. Her firm had recently installed cameras at each of their financial vendors for transparency. The footage clearly showed her calm demeanor and the staff's dismissive attitude. By noon, Olivia was on a Zoom call with the EVP of Bankall and 2 members of the compliance department. "This is not just poor customer service," she said coolly. "It's racial profiling, plain and simple. I was treated like a trespasser, despite having an appointment, credentials, and the largest commercial account at that branch." The EVP looked pale. "Ms. Moore, I want to personally apologize. This is completely unacceptable. I agree, she said. So here's what's going to happen. You will terminate every employee involved in that interaction today, immediately. You'll also issue a public statement addressing your commitment to equity and non-discrimination, which my team will help draft. And you will allocate $2 million in funding toward a new initiative supporting black women entrepreneurs, administered jointly by Bankhall and the MoreTech Foundation. The EVP blinked. That's a significant ask. It's a generous offer, Olivia said firmly. Or we'll go public with the video footage, and I assure you the media will not be kind. Neither will your shareholders. There was a long pause. We'll begin internal reviews right away, he finally said. And I'll personally oversee the transition. I'll also ensure you receive a full written apology by end of day. Good, Olivia replied. Now let's talk about the fund structure. By the following morning, news had broken across business and tech media. Black CEO denied service at bank. Fires entire branch. Demands equity initiative. The video footage, now released publicly by MoreTech's PR team, spread like wildfire. Public sentiment was swift and loud. Support for Olivia poured in from across the nation. Civil rights organizations applauded her for taking a stand. Tech and finance leaders echoed the need for systemic change. Bankhall, in its statement, committed not only to the $2 million fund, but also to new employee training protocols, accountability reviews, and an internal diversity audit. The employees involved were let go, and new hiring efforts were launched to bring in leadership that reflected the communities the bank claimed to serve. Olivia didn't gloat. That wasn't her style. In interviews, she remained poised. This wasn't about revenge, she told Forbes. This was about accountability. If I, as a successful CEO, can be treated like that, imagine what happens to someone without the resources to fight back. We need to demand more, not just for ourselves, but for everyone. A month later, Olivia sat on the board of the newly formed Women of Color Financial Empowerment Council, funded jointly by Bankhall and several other financial institutions inspired by her action. MoreTech's accounts had been moved to a minority-owned credit union, a decision she said was more aligned with her company's values. The branch where she had been dismissed was now shuttered for renovations, with a large banner outside that read, "Coming soon, a new commitment to equity, access and respect."